Welcome to Fireteam Chat, IGN's Destiny show. Thank you for joining us today. On my right, we have CJ Gibson returning.
Test 1, 2. How's it going, everybody?
You can actually hear him this time, I hope.
Yeah.
Sean Finnegan on my left.
How's it going, everyone?
We got some exciting news today. I'm doing well. A ton of stuff came out of Game Informer this month. More updates for us. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say I got a little something, and I wanted to show it off.
Oh, jeez.
I was waiting for this.
What is this?
Should we play some music?
So if you're on video...
You need to be seeing this right now.
Why are you undressing, Destin?
now.
Destin is
That's right. Moments of triumph, baby.
There it is.
Wow.
There it
I
is.
did it. My gamer tag on the
It even
sleeve
has your
there.
name on it.
Nicely
That's
done.
cool.
Nicely done. Read it and weep, Mirabella.
Yeah, so Fran,
Where is
where's
it?
yours? That's what I want to know.
That's good, man. That looks awesome.
Yeah, the emblem's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I dig it. I like
It's a good
it.
look.
I like the shirt.
Let me see that side.
Bam.
There it is. There it is. Nicely done.
Yeah,
This
is
is
there
how
anything
I
on the
impress the
back?
ladies.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
check this out.
Flexing at
That
the
means I
same
play a
time.
lot of Destiny. Yeah, there's actually logos on the back.
That's cool.
There you
Oh,
go.
for each of the
hard to
achievements,
turn
right?
around.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
So very happy I got this shirt before the episode recorded so that I could show our video viewers and listeners. I was totally stoked when this came in. I was like, oh my God, it's here. And I opened it up. I was really, really excited.
That's awesome.
Like a kid on
So,
Christmas.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
rocking just the lowly Taken King. I didn't want to
Yeah.
be left out, so just for now.
Right.
Just
Cap
while it's
today.
relevant for now. Yeah,
doing
just
Cap.
Cappy America. So there were a ton of details revealed in Game Informer this month, and we're just going to kind of go over them and react to them naturally. First up, let's get right into it, you guys. There's a new camera or artifact that you're going to be able to get in Rise of Iron that allows you to basically lower your weapon and take photos and stuff like that.
Cool.
Well, actually, let me read exactly what this said, because I can't confirm that allows you to lower your weapon. I assume it will let you do that, but here's what it says. New item for in-game movies, the Golden Age lens, which is an artifact that you can equip and change the camera filter for your in-game view. And the Eververse has another cool little feature, new artifacts for your Guardian that seem pretty clearly targeted to folks making in-game movies. The one I saw, the Golden Age lens, lets you equip the artifact and change the camera filter for your in-game view, and it added a sepia tint. So this is directly from the Game Informer article. Bungie implied that there are just a few colors, but it's still pretty neat. I agree. Definitely
Very cool.
agree.
Love that.
So, I mean,
Fran's going to love this thing.
Yeah.
I'm less interested in the filters aspect and more interested in the mode that allows you to kind of, like let's say it allows you to lower your weapon or perhaps, like when you're in the tower, you're in a normal third-person view. But if you're out in the world, if there's a button that allows you to toggle into a third-person view so you can frame your Guardian up in these cinematic landscapes and stuff and take photos of that, that would be really cool. The lighting and the color and the landscapes are so beautiful in this game. I'm not really sure I need a sepia tone or something. Because to me, as a photographer, that stuff always kind of looks janky anyway. Like, you put an Instagram filter and I'm like, oh, cool Instagram filter. Your photo's still shit.
But it's cool. I mean, it's
oops, there's the one. Sorry for
but no, it's awesome that it's there. I think that's one of the cool things that the community's done with this game is, I mean, Cosmodrome looks awesome in general. I'll never forget the first time I dropped in and like the J.J. Abrams lens flare effect as you look into the sun. So to be able to do this kind of stuff, this is super cool. And I think one of those things too with Destiny, and again, Halo has some of this, you were maybe hoping for that, is that 3D replay functionality. The new systems kind of eliminated that ability, right, in the gameplay setting from
I don't know if an
matchmaking
artifact can do that. That's some deep coding.
But that's the thing. But that I mean, I get that's why they're implementing this. Like, it'd be cool to have that functionality within the game, and obviously that's not what this is. But it is nice to be able to add those things right in the console, share it as is, and go from there. So that's very cool.
Hopefully it is that robust is the thing. Like, the downside of this is, based on the little information we've gotten, if this is just an artifact and it just allows you to change the filter of your view and there's no functionality for separating the camera or going into third person or taking off the HUD or any of that stuff, that would kind of
right now people
sucky.
are like glitching their swords so that it looks like you're not holding a weapon to get that effect. So it would be nice to just be able to lower your weapon. So moving on, bad news. There is no vault space expansion. That's not to say it couldn't ever happen, but they didn't tell us about any new initiatives there, is what the team said from Game Informer.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a bummer.
we saw a big expansion with the last big update, So, and I think that a lot of Guardians were stoked about that. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really have a problem with vault space. But then again, I don't collect every weapon there is. Like, I only collect the good ones.
So, like, the stuff we bought, all those masks, they're like, just say we got them. Like, the fact that if I delete that,
would you like a
forever.
kiosk for that kind of stuff?
Yes. So the raid weapons. I mean, I don't understand why the raid weapons don't just have a kiosk for year one, because they're all set. Like, there's nothing different
no rollable
about them.
perks.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, now, full disclosure, I'm a legendary weapon hoarder. Like, I have every single legendary weapon probably from from year one and year two. So for me, I actually dismantle all the exotics for that reason.
Yeah.
There's the kiosk and I can go and get it.
Yeah.
So I really wish they would do something to that effect, especially specifically with raid weapons that have those set drops and those set rolls. So from that standpoint, that would be a lot better if they did something, if they were not going to implement more vault space.
Yeah, it's a little.
Or if it's just a weapons kiosk, like, you know how your emblems and your shaders, it's just called shaders and emblems, right?
Yeah.
And it separates them into like House of Wolves, Crucible,
weapons,
special
raid,
factions.
that.
Yeah, like it could be. You could have one for, Crota's End, and then Vault of Glass. And
I think the biggest challenge with that is there's so many variations of, what they've implemented mid-game from year 1 to 2, where you could roll things and then you couldn't, and then, so that's probably some of the reason why they don't do that.
If they added the raid thing too, it would give people a reason to go back and play those old low level raids. It just seems like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah,
so
for raid
it's so
specifically,
confusing that they
it
don't
would
do
be
it.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's a bummer about no vault space expansion. I actually did like a 2-day stream where I cleared out my vault space. There were some tough decisions.
So interesting.
It was.
I bet so many people watched that.
People were like, "Oh, I don't know. Should he delete
it's like
that?"
watching someone clean their house.
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
people actually were really into it. I don't understand why, because I wouldn't watch that, but they were really.
Dude, I still have Devil You Know for that sole reson. I remember
I have
so
Devil
many
You Know and
missions.
Devil You Don't.
I know. I can't delete them, and I'm like,
yeah.
No, don't
That's
do
funny.
it.
So about the ornaments in the game, we know that raid ornaments are going to come from challenge mode in Wrath of the Machine.
Cool.
And it sounds like, so let me find the quote exactly. So like the new record book, let's talk about that for a second. So that tracks your progress by account, not by Guardian, not by your Warlock, Hunter, or Titan. So if you unlock the helmet through the record book via your Warlock, it unlocks one for your Hunter and one for your Titan. So all of your characters have it. So you get all 3 helmets.
This is for the new raid?
No, this is the new record book. So you're going to get a book with Rise of Iron that tracks your progress through the content, right?
Okay.
And you'll hit milestones that'll unlock helmets, say. So when you unlock, I have one of each character, right? Mm-hmm. So when I unlock the helmet,
it discovers them for all of them.
Using my Warlock,
right.
It discovers them for all of them. You get one for each class. Basically.
What are these milestones?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
But it's play the game basically.
Progression-based, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to how these worked. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You were given a book.
No, for a moment I thought I misunderstood there for a second, where it was like if I thought it was raid based. Like if I got a raid drop that was the helmet, suddenly I have that helmet for the other 2 characters as well, and I'm like, that sounds weird.
Yeah, the biggest piece of puzzle that I was wondering about is calcified fragments didn't work that way either. Like it was character specific. Yeah. So when you went in, and I mean at times it was hard to understand. So if that's I get this character?
If that's tied to the book, then you only have to do it once. Right. And maybe that's what they found with calcified fragments. That it's weird. Yeah. So that's interesting. Raid ornaments come from the challenge mode in Wrath of the Machine. And new trials, it's going to be back shortly after launch. Did you see the new weapons or the new armor set, Sean?
Yeah, I saw them.
It's sort of like blue bugged themed. I think they're going for like a bug sort of style of helmet. That's what I took away from it. Because the last one was like raw style, the Sun God, at least for the Warlock and Sphinx.
That looks cool, man.
Yeah. So the new strike called Wretched Eye, it has a few different pathways.
Well, so this is interesting, right? Because it says it has it has different pathways each time you play it. What does that mean?
Yeah, so you go through the tunnels in that one, right? The big sort of tubes, and each time you're going to take different paths through it. They can change it up.
But is there a limited number of paths, or do they change every time?
There's probably
what I'm saying is that sounds like a sentence that means procedurally generated.
Yes, it's sort of. They said it's going to change. We can't go as far as to say procedurally.
Right, that's why I'm
generated.
interested, because just that phrasing, and I don't know if this is the phrasing from the article or if it's your own phrasing.
It's probably my own phrasing. But they don't talk about...
But yeah, this particular phrasing, which is the new strike has different pathways each time you play through it, called Wretched Eye.
Yeah.
That sounds like procedural generation.
The strike is called Wretched Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Wretched.
it's not...
Wretched.
It's
Whatever.
not quite procedurally generated. They made it sound like just like
few different paths.
There's different ways you can go through,
Okay.
and every time different things will open. So you're going to take a slightly different path every time.
Gotcha.
But it's not going to be procedural where like
Yeah, because I'd say
different
that'd be
encounters.
crazy. Yeah.
It's like if Tunnel 1 opens in Part 1, then you get this encounter. If Tunnel 2 opens, you get this encounter. If Tunnel 3 opens, you get this encounter.
Right.
So yeah, it'll just kind of change
That's
as
cool.
you go through.
I mean,
I
that
was
was
down for new
that's
strike
awesome.
stuff, yeah.
I mean, that was one of my favorite things about doing the Black Spindle mission is
Yeah.
that it was
Yeah.
kind of this thing, and I think that was one of the best moments actually of that second year. Was I've been through here before. I mean, even though Bungie they have a history of doing that. Oh, I'll play the level backwards, but this
Yeah.
way it was kind of like, oh, it's this timer, it's a new thing, and now the pressure's on. You got to get this done.
Well, also,
in 10
like, there
minutes,
was
so
nothing
it was
really
good.
indicating that
No,
you
at
should do
first.
it. Like, it's
Yeah.
just this right turn you had to make that, like,
Yeah.
if you made it on that day,
Yeah.
there was something new there, which
and-
is super cool.
and not die. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
if you died before it or something, it would close the door. So yeah, stuff like that I think is super cool. I'm looking forward to doing those
Definitely.
kind of missions.
What else do we got? A little bit on Fellwinter Peak. It has that special events area that's locked away. That's probably where Iron Banner and stuff will pop up. We don't know what's going to be there, but they're going to have special events, which is awesome. Lord Saladin has these new Iron Engrams for sale. I'm super stoked about this. We've talked about this on the show. Bungie listened specifically to me. I'm going to take all the credit. And they added...
He's wearing the shirt,
I'm wearing
so
the
it's,
shirt. So yeah. So Lord Saladin has new Iron Engrams for sale, and when you get them, they unlock some older Year 1 and Year 2 Iron Banner armor pieces.
Cool.
So you can get the OG sets, which are taking up space in my vault, by the way, by playing Iron Banner. So
That's
now I can get Year 3 versions of those gear pieces. So that's really awesome. I'm super stoked.
So they did confirm that it actually is going to be at the current light level of whatever that is.
Well, they said you can unlock it. I don't know why they would let you unlock a piece of old gear at the old light level. That wouldn't make sense.
oh, well,
to me.
no, it wouldn't be the old light level.
It
for sure.
wouldn't, but I mean,
That would be crazy.
our good old friend
Then
Agent
Destin
of the
would be
Nine does that.
furious.
He's like, hey, buy this engram for
Yeah,
how many
legacy
strange
engram.
coins and not upgrade.
That would be like designing 2 phenomenal raids and then not utilizing them in any way for like after their release.
Oh, there you go. There's one more little. Just upgrade those
They would
weapons.
never do something that crazy, CJ.
Give me that Vex.
This is cool because, like, this is a big step towards, like, knowing that we've talked about it before, but, like, wouldn't it be cool if you could have transmogrification?
Yeah.
In this
You
game.
talked about that a lot, and I totally agree. It'd be
Yeah,
so
like
cool.
this is a step towards that, where people are Bungie's saying, "Hey, we know you like that old gear and want that old gear, and if you didn't get it, here's another opportunity." Like
Yeah.
the logical step is, at some point in the future, all of the armor you've ever discovered will be available for you to like take with you or use at a current light level.
There were a few times where I just pop on my old gear sets, like with Iron Banner, and I go play Crucible, or I go hop into the Iron Banner.
You're just like, I look like an old school guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, look at me. I'm like, I always wondered if like anybody noticed that I was wearing the Year 1
I'm sure they do.
gear.
Like,
I mean, I
Iron
know some
Banner, they
people
noticed. This
using-
guy's the guy getting like 2-shotted to death.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
I
like,
didn't do
there's
well.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
there's people out there all the time when you like when you're PvPing and you get
Yeah.
shotgun by someone, they're wearing a very distinctive helmet. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
I remember that. You
The
know?
vault cloak with the hunter is still my favorite. So
yeah.
hopefully, I mean, and that's the thing. Will they move in that direction where once there's like a mic drop and it's like, so long, you're Destiny,
Destiny 1.
2.
I feel like that's what this is.
I hope so
Yeah.
because I mean that's the thing. Like, I understand why they did not increase the light levels for every raid. They wanted obviously people to take part in the new content, but now that we're at that point, it's like, come on, just make it all the same light level from raid, first, second, third, fourth raid,
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
in prison. That'd be super
I don't think
cool.
they can make the weapons the same light level, but the armor at least.
Why
Yeah,
not?
for sure.
Well, the weapons are
Return
total.
of Fatebringer.
I know.
All those
Vex
weapons,
Fatebringer.
all those weapons have arc and stuff on them, and
Yeah.
they
We could take it- we
would
could take 'em
they
out.
would destroy the game. Yeah.
You could take
Yeah.
that out.
I mean, the exotics maybe
They would have to retweak every single weapon from the raid.
The exotic
But
weapons.
It's almost
I'd
like
be fine
that's
with
their
that.
job.
I'd be fine with that. Yeah. Anyway, so moving on. In addition to the armor sets, Shiro is going to have class items for sale, which looked a lot like some of the Year 1 Iron Banner options, like the Hunter Mantle of Perun, the Titan Yolder Iron Sash, or Butt Sash, and the Warlock Fellwinter Iron Bomb.
Bath towel.
Yeah, bath towel. So that's just cool. I just really
very
like
cool.
that they're doing that. And we talked about the new record book. Let's see what else. Oh, this was a real little thing that I noticed over on Planet Destiny's Twitter. So now with Rise of Iron, you're going to be able to pick which faction package you get when you rank up. So instead of it being a random, here's a shotgun, here's a shader, or whatever, you can pick which one you want. So it's like, oh, you're
cool.
going for ships, we'll pick that one over there. Oh, you're going for helms, we'll take the helm one. You know,
Nice.
I like that a lot. Or
But is
you're-
it still
or
from
you-
the
or you
same
want
faction?
Sorry, you want it, yeah. So
Okay.
you want an armor drop there. Here's your armor slot.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's 4 to choose from, I believe.
So as it comes up, you can it potentially will show you, and you'll just pick one rather than it just dropping.
Yeah,
in.
so
Oh,
it
cool.
shows you like 4 packages that you can choose from, and
Nice.
then you pick the one you want, and it unlocks it.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
that a lot. And okay, I'm gonna say 3 words. It'll take me 5 seconds. It's a spoiler, so if you're listening, just earmuffs for the next 5 seconds. I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Aphrodite is back. Okay, so now that I said that, the character that I'm discussing, a lot of people were really excited to hear that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who didn't want to hear that, but yeah, so that's really interesting, and it gets me excited for the story.
Yes.
And
I
what
don't
else
know
we're
who
gonna
that is.
experience.
I know that there's a weapon called Aphrodite's Spear.
Well, you just ruined it for the people that had earmuffs on by saying the person's name.
The name is the spoiler.
Yes.
Yes, it's a story. Where's Bife? Bife needs to.
Yeah, I'll bleep him in post. I have to bleep him already. He can't keep it clean for 5 minutes.
I don't know what about that is a spoiler, but okay.
Yeah.
Lore.
Anyway,
It's backstory.
That's really exciting, and they mentioned some stuff about that. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it too much. So overall, these slight improvements out of this set, we talked a ton yesterday. We talked a ton today. Actually, out of everything that you've heard so far, what are you most excited about in Rise of Iron? Keeping in mind, we still have a new PvP thing coming for Crucible.
I mean, I don't think they're like all of these changes are really cool, but they seem minute. And I think that's by design. Like these are tweaks in order to make the game more efficient, a little bit more what we want. But obviously, the focus is on the new campaign and the new content, right? The new enemy and the story about the Iron Lords. That's the part that I'm most excited about. I've said it many times on the show before, but I think what the Taken King did really, really well was give us some really cool cinematics that flesh out the characters and tell the story in a way that makes it actually seem like I'm a Guardian in this universe doing things that are helping the fellow Guardians and Earth. And I would love to see that expanded upon. I think Bungie knows that they needed to do that with Rise of Iron. I think that's what's going to happen in this campaign. So I'm most excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, as a PvP guy, new maps. Those are always a cool piece of the puzzle.
And you're going to be at Gamescom, so
and
we're
yes.
going to get to play possibly.
Yes.
some new map.
I know.
I
Sorry,
don't get to
Sean.
go.
I know. So yeah, we're heading to Gamescom. 24 hours, and just being able to get a hands on that. I mean, I remember when they did year 2 last time I played at E3. And it was crazy seeing the new classes and the different game mode. There was Rift that they played, they had out for everybody. And then Mayhem, I think, as
Mayhem.
well. Yeah. So if there's, the new mode there and there's any kind of little tidbits that we find about, any other details from whatever the custom mode is or the new, big hint that it could be customs, that'd be awesome.
Traditionally, Gamescom is a place where Sony reveals some cool Bungie some cool thing about Destiny.
Yeah.
Last year when we were there, we played the first story mission.
Yeah.
Which was very
Half
cool.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
the
half of
first
it.
half of the
It looked
first
good.
story
They were
mission.
showing more of the technical stuff that they had improved, and we liked it.
Yeah.
And visually, you do see that. I mean, maybe it's just me. There's the not procedurally generated, the weather effects, the generated kind of effects. You didn't see tons of that stuff with, the inclusion of the last couple DLCs, but now that it's just PS4 and Xbox One, maybe I'm just reading into it, but it does seem like there's different kind of effects in some of the footage that we've seen that look, I don't know.
New.
It does. It just looks different. It looks nice. So,
Like always, I'm excited about the new gear and the ornaments and the detailing that they're going to allow us to do with the exotic weapons and just weapons in general. that's really intriguing to me. I know they'll do it for exotics. I can't confirm if they'll do it for legendaries, but I know exotics will definitely have ornamentation, which is cool. I can't remember what they said, so I don't want to speak incorrectly. All in all, looks like a pretty good update.
Awesome.
I know a lot of people are actually getting their shirts, so I'm going to do my pose. And if you guys have a pose that you want to send in, tweet at Destin Legary, and we'll make like something for the show where we show you off with your Moments of Triumph shirts, and yeah, maybe do something.
Real quick, so is
like
the,
when you get yours, Sean.
Is the shirt still available?
Right.
Yeah, I think you still have time.
It's still. I mean, I know that you still have time to complete the Moments of Triumph. That's until what, September 19th or something like that, right?
Yeah, right into the 20th.
Right up until Rise of Iron releases, you still have the ability to do this thing, right?
Yeah.
But I
Pretty
just didn't
sure.
know if the shirt.
The shirt's part of it, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's available still.
Oh, I thought it was like the reward for completing it.
Yeah. You
Okay.
you complete it, and then you order the shirt.
Yeah, as long as you do it before. That
Yeah,
day, so.
cool.
Yeah.
So I still have.
I'm a
3 or
calcified
4
fragment
weeks.
away,
Yeah.
I think, from this. I'm waiting for
Really?
one to drop. Yeah, like for number 50, and I'm going, ugh.
What if
I'm
random?
pretty sure I have
yeah.
all of them on one character.
Oh, you
Nice.
gotta check, man. It's tough. It's a bit of a
So
grind.
if you pop your book and it's not full, I noticed I transferred it to a different character who I did different piece of the book, and then it unlocked that section. It's like, hey, you're done.
Interesting.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
yeah, just pass it around between your characters to check stuff.
Gotcha.
And so some of them are just like equip your fully leveled subclass from year 3, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all right, well I did that on my Titan, but not on my Warlock. Warlock's done now, but yeah, at
Cool.
the time.
All right.
Yeah.
As soon as I get that shirt, I'll come rolling in. You guys will see it on Fireteam Chat.
Get the shirt. Get it.
Yeah, that's it, you guys. We actually went through that. This is about a half an hour, maybe a little bit shorter episode this week. We are in crazy time with
Yeah, it's-
Gamescom. I have to edit 2 videos somehow before I leave today, and people keep asking me questions about Destiny and
Like
about No
me.
Man's Sky and stuff. So, and about this international trip we're going on. So yeah,
But it should be fun.
I don't mind. It's just crazy time.
Yeah.
Always before a trip like this.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining me.
You're
on the
welcome.
Thanks, man.
show today.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Welcome
Thank
to-
you guys for listening. Don't forget you can subscribe to youtube.com. Yeah, let's try that again.
Do it.
Don't forget you can subscribe to youtube.com/fireteamchat for all your Destiny coverage from us here at IGN. I can't wait to tell you guys what we see at Gamescom.
I can't wait to hear it from here in San Francisco,
We're going to be doing an episode at Gamescom this year, so
which I will not be on.
Which Sean will not be on.
I'm not going to
Sean will be-
Gamescom.
He's not bitter at all.
No, she'll
Yeah.
be listening remotely. too.
Yeah.
We'll give you we'll let you cut it, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, you can edit it for
Oh,
us.
great. That'll
That'd
be
great.
awesome.
Then you'll see everything. All right.
Thanks for all the comments as well, guys, too.
Yeah. About
Again-
not being able to hear you?
Yeah,
or?
exactly. I understand.
They
I-
want to hear from
Hopefully,
you.
I am talking louder now, but
Yeah.
yeah, again, follow us online, Gibson Films on Twitter, and the video guy with underscore in between on PS4. It's been great playing with everybody last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, thanks to all the nice people who added me on Xbox Live. You can follow me on Twitter and add me on Xbox Live at Shop by Finnegan. I'm always looking for people to play Destiny with and Halo with, and I am putting together my team
That's what I was going to
to
mention.
fight against Destin.
I have my team.
This is a confirmed thing.
Yeah.
On when Rise of Iron releases and the raid becomes available,
Yeah.
me and Destin will be racing against each other.
Yeah.
Destin with his crew on PS4, which I hope CJ and Fran are in.
No, they're not. CJ might be. We'll
I
find
might
out.
be. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a work
We're
thing,
working on
but
it. We're working
yeah.
on it. But
But I will have my crew over on
Yeah.
Xbox, and it will be a PS4 and Finnegan, or PS4 and Destin versus Xbox and Finnegan type fight, and we're going to see who can
Yeah.
get as far as we can in the time
There's
allotted.
a poll that's definitely going up at some
we're
point
gonna-
in time.
We're
with,
going to try
like-
to live stream this. I don't know if we're technically capable of doing 2 live streams from IGN HQ at the same time, but I think it'd be really cool if people could watch both of us at the same time on different, maybe it's cover
you
1
can
and
on
cover
Twitch.
2. Yeah.
So you can stream the Twitch to one of the platforms that we have available, and you can do 2 streams embedded at the same time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Within Twitch, it's a Twitch thing.
Okay.
So you
Or
will
it's like
be able to watch both.
Maybe we're on Twitch, you're over on YouTube, and it's like we try and see how many who can get the bigger stream and stuff.
Well, I already have something planned with this group from Planet Destiny.
Oh wait, who's your crew?
Now he's
We'll
recanting.
find out more
Oh
later.
my God,
But, yeah.
Destin brought in the ringers. He's playing with Gathalions.
No,
Play
I'm
some
not playing with
bets.
Goth. I'm playing with some of my friends from Planet Destiny.
Holtzman and these guys.
Yeah, Holtzman might be on the list. Mr. Breyer.
So you're bringing in
Mr.
the good.
Tefty,
You're bringing in good players.
Mr.
Huh?
Tefty. CJ's trying to find out if he can commit the time. That's the
a work
only
thing,
reason.
yeah.
We haven't confirmed him yet, but I am 100% on board for this.
All right.
So, yeah.
I mean, my crew's pretty good, but I'm now a little like wary of what you're planning over there. Like, so you're scheming.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
working
his
up
like
stuff.
confidence.
Well, yeah, I thought Fran was going to be in your group, and I was like, he'll torpedo that whole thing.
What he said? Yeah, there it is.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, more on that to come. All right. That's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Guardians? No, that was bad. I don't know how to give you a
You
heads
need to give
up.
us the prep.
Yeah.
What's the prep?
I
All
don't know.
right. The episode is over.
Yeah.
I had a great time with you guys. It
And
was
as
a really
always-
good day. We're going to do the wrap up now. So, as always,
Guardians out.